Yeah. So
Well, hold on. It says this meeting is being live streamed. Nice. Nice. So OBS should automatically do it, right?
yeah, so I'm streaming on OBS to Rumble and I'm streaming on Zoom to YouTube.
See, that's what I was trying to. I
Yeah,
had the intention of doing. Of okay. Mm, see, I'm glad you're doing it though. That's okay. You just give me a copy.
that's funny. So proceed. So what were we talking about though?
We were talking about morning routines. We're talking about non-negotiables. We were talking about connections with significant others, and it's like I wrote down some things. It's like to each his own. Sometimes. Intention of doing. Oh, okay. That's okay.
Oh,
Just
that's
give me a copy.
freaking hilarious. All right. Let me hit the mute button. There we go. No, you should be good there. Sorry
All
about
right.
that.
No, where was I?
Yeah, you're going over your notes. You're talking about
Yeah,
yeah.
but I'm saying connection with connection with the other. But shit. I said a couple things earlier before that. The morning routine, connection with the other. Oh, here we go. The alignment. Here's
Mm,
something that the alignment. That's the one that I meant to say before. The alignment. Here's the one thing that I do and I ask every single day. And that is it helps align the other version of me, which is her, right? That version of me when I'm not around, because she's me when I'm not around, right? As I should be her when she's not around.
mm.
Cool. So in order for me to be the best version of that she needs me to be, I ask her 5 questions every morning. How can I be of service to you? How can I be of help to you? I'll tell her how gratitude, how grateful I am to have her. Same thing to occupy the same space. Definitely tell her that I love her. And there is no the fifth one is just basically it's more of a mental. Just how they always say it's like a 5 second kiss, right?
No,
So
I never heard that.
no,
What's up?
when you kiss your wife, when you're leaving and when you're showing up, right? Like I'm not gonna see you for a while, whether it be whatever. I'm not gonna see you for a while. Like you're leaving. Okay. How do you kiss your wife? When you come back, how do you kiss your wife?
That's very interesting. You said it's a 5 second kiss. I kissed her 5 times.
Uh,
That's why that's just that's freaking hilarious to me. I've never even heard that. But and if I don't give her all five, like she'll be like that was only three. Like motherfucker, don't
that was
don't.
only 3 seconds. Like she'll
Yeah,
count. Yeah, yeah.
like you owe me more. That's very. I've never heard
It's
that before.
fucking amazing. Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Um,
No, it's our thing. So, as a family, we do a lot of headbutts as a family. Like Sebastian, Gabby, the fucking cats, the dogs. We all headbutt each other, like showing love, and it's like our thing.
but is it actual
But
headbutt
me,
or is it just like shared consciousness?
it's sometimes when they were growing up, they loved the just, you know, you know. But it was
Psycho. That's cool. I appreciate it. What the fuck? You had. All right, that's cool. Like, yeah, no, that's how you
it's
got. Just like me
no,
punching my wife in the face. Like, yeah, I know, it's just love tap. Like that doesn't make any
no, no, because as you're
sense.
coming down to show your love, to just, to share the, just to put your third eye next to theirs. It's when you're coming in, they're doing the same, and you get the fucking boom, the noggin. You,
It's funny.
you know, see, you don't have kids yet, but I'm telling you, it's
Oh,
coming,
oh,
right? They're excited to jump up as you're coming down, and you get that fucking boom. Yeah, dude.
really? Okay.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. It happens.
So
It
headbutts.
happens.
That's a
Yeah,
new love language. Gotcha. All right.
yeah. Yeah. So, but that's what I'm saying. It's you would lean into just, you know what I mean. Shut up. Leave me
Yeah,
alone.
I get it.
Okay.
I do it to the dog, but
Yeah. Well, everybody gets some there. Even my mom got some. That's pretty
that's
cool.
funny. That's interesting.
So
Yeah.
that's it. Yeah. Morning routines. Those are pretty much like the non-negotiable.
Yeah.
When those got in line, when those got in line, um, everything else pretty much is just eh.
Yeah, that was what that's what made it more real because I will always talk about you stop doing the things that were working when you start making progress. And I was just like, I was like, I was like, that period of my life that was freaking phenomenal on point. And there's a lot of growth was when we did our that 100 days. And I wasn't drinking. I was legit just freaking like I think I was coming in from being on the freaking elliptical at what was it 5 in the morning. I was coming in from
Mhm.
an hour fucking run, and that was like when things were banging the most, and that's when I was taking intentional quiet time in the morning to do something. And I was sitting down listening to the creator. And a lot of people, and I never thought about this, and I heard this actually this week. That's very interesting. Um, that people will sit down and they will pray, and they'll kneel, and their time in prayer is simply them running their mouth instead of shutting up and listening. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like, oh wow. Because the still so that soft still voice, um, it's impossible to listen to it when you're running your mouth telling you're talking about what you want and what your goals are and what you're trying to accomplish. Yeah, apparently that was another good one because it made my face start leaking again. Um, but that there was I want to say it was a parent or a friend of a parent who was like, how are you supposed to be listening when you're still talking? And it was, I never really thought about it. And then it hit me this week, dude, what the heck? It's like apparently really good. Um, how are you supposed to like really think about that for a second? Like, you take this intentional time, you plan out this morning routine, and you can't figure out why you're stuck. And so you're getting down, you're meditating, but your meditation is simply you talking instead of listening and not really tuning into anything but yourself. Like, and I never thought about that. I was like, huh, like that's very interesting. And so now instead of me listening to podcasts or anything for like 30 minutes while I'm on this hour drive out to the middle of nowhere, like it's literally silence. And I'm just trying to be alone with my own thoughts and actually leaving the door open that if God wants to tell me something that I don't have all of the noise and distraction that because like our days are overrun with stimulus.
Chaos.
Yeah, it's just stimulus like nonstop. Like if you pick up your phone and you have the intent to go do something, what happens? You start
It
getting
happens.
distractions and alerts and all this other stuff that just starts hitting you immediately. It happened to me like 3 times yesterday. I don't even remember what the heck I picked up my phone to do something. I was like, oh, and I was like, what was that? What was I was going to look up something. What was I looking up?
Hmm.
And freaking just completely forgot about it because your life is full of freaking distractions, and it is impossible to focus on anything if you do not take the time to actually be intentional about it. It's freaking ridiculous. So that's why I
If
value
you're
the one.
not intentional with it.
You have to be. You have to be. So like you think about the well, my wife still she's kind of getting on me because I've been sick and lacking sleep as much as she thinks I need. And it's like, you need to stop getting up at 3 a.m. You need to get some rest. It's like, well, how else am I going to get the work done? Because that's the only time that I can control the part of the day before everybody else starts snatching my time. And so, like, if I'm going to the gym by myself, I'm out the door by like 3:20, 3:30. But if I'm going with her, then we're out of the door probably about 4:45. And so that time from like 3 a.m. to 4:30 when she gets up is freaking high production. Nobody's messing with me. I'm not looking at my phone. There's no social media. And there's nothing at all that exists in this world except for the work. That's it. And if it's just me in the gym, then it's me lifting weights and listening to personal development content, um, whether it's things on how to make my store better or it's things on how to make me a better human being. Because I mean, in all actuality, like that's what the end goal is, to be the best human being that I can possibly be and not be a drain on society. I was going to say a piece of shit, but just be a drain on society. Like I want to actually like be able to give and contribute and not be the leech in the community. Yeah, if that makes sense.
No,
So,
I completely understand.
oh yeah, like that time where you don't have any distractions, where you can control the part of your day, is one of the only things that you like. My phone it used to start like getting hit at like 5:30 in the morning, and people text me asking me for things, trying to figure out what their day was looking like, problems. And it just, I was like, how are you supposed to navigate that if you don't make the time to actually get what you need? And it's being very selfish. But you got to be felt selfish to be productive. You just have to. You're listening a lot today. You're not talking as much as you usually do.
Just I'm taking a lot of notes. You're saying a lot of good points because besides the fact that we already realized that we're so similar in so many different ways. You know what I mean? Um, I also noticed a little while ago. Well, like for example, it's like, okay, so I wrote it down. I looked for you a year and a half ago almost, because I wanted to get in shape. That was the biggest thing. And the only thing that I ended up getting in this last year is becoming unemployed. No. Unemployable. Excuse me.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
that was funny. That's even funnier. He's like, yeah, no, I fuck with Daniel.
Unemployable.
That's funny. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm very hard to employ. I do not want to work for
I am
anybody.
unemployable. But no, dude. It's so fucking awesome. Just there's a lot of different things that I've learned throughout the year. of who I am and how I do my things. That well, sometimes honestly, to me, is more of an awakening moment. You know, I mean, I don't know how else to say it. Just when I realized a lot of things in my life were that I thought I took my world for granted for a long time. For a long time, I was that man. I was that man who took his world, and if I can help change one person's mind, you know, on and I started with my son in that aspects. You know, because that's all I talk about. I was like, I know you know who I used, who I was, or how I used to think, or this and that, and then listen, I'm grateful to that guy because he brought us up to here. But as you said yourself, I thought you were drinking your own piss. What's going on there?
um, this
A little moonshine?
it's water.
Yeah, I know.
However, I forgot that I was drinking beer out of this glass last night, so it does not taste like good water that it was.
I got you.
Yeah, that was the face. It was the smell of
The
stale
big,
beer,
yeah,
and then the taste of flat water beer, and it was disgusting. So yeah, that was but like my voice is all scratchy. So guess what? I'm gonna drink it.
yeah. No, 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 no. It's good. It's good. It's good. Yeah. Um,
Yeah, that was disgusting. That's cool
just figuring out how being grateful for that person that brought me here, but just being conscious enough that hey, this is I see what I did was wrong or how I did certain things, certain things, how he viewed certain things of me, how I express certain things. I always want to make sure and emphasize that I I've learned, and I'm sure Danny, you understand. I mean, the fucking word, the word is so powerful. The word is so fucking powerful, so powerful that I don't know. It takes time to master, but we are magicians. We are magicians. We just need to be more specific,
though.
and that's what we're studying with AI and all this other shit. It's the same thing, same principle. I realized that with the other, when I was explaining it to my mom, when I was explaining certain things, you have the way you express yourself about others, the way you express yourself about yourself, the way you express yourself about the shit that surrounds you, dude. It's the exact same thing. How as I was talking to Sebastian, I was like, you know what? What I don't like in that person is something that I need to look. Why do I see that negativity in him? I'm sure he's not that negative. I'm sure they're not that bad. Why is it that I see, I just want to fucking slap him upside the head? Why is that? Those are the things that makes you wondering and find out why. Because if anything, if hey, what it is above, so is below. What's external is internal. My world, why is it that I can't, in my heaven, this is heaven, we live in heaven, we make our own hell.
Mm.
So if we realize that, why is it what's going on here? So I don't know how the fuck I got there, but that's another way.
That's interesting. You geez. Oh, there's a lot. So the whole noticing and seeing the bad in somebody, and like, why is that your area of focus? Like it's like nails on a chalkboard sometimes, or like it's unavoidable. So there is a so you know Chinowski. We had like a group meeting one day, and he had called it out, and I never noticed it, but it was it's literally a group of people that are supposed to be entrepreneurial minded, and he had given out an idea, and there was probably 30 people on this leadership call, and they all had came up with a reason why it wouldn't work. Not one person actually had a solution. They weren't solution oriented. They were problem finders. And he was like, you guys stop fucking giving me, like, you guys are just bringing me problems. Like, why? He's like, if you don't have a solution, don't bring me a problem. And that probably changed my mentality pretty hardcore. Like, I was already very I've always been a problem solver, so I don't I don't look at the problem. I look at how to fix it. And it gets you in trouble if you're married, because my wife doesn't want to hear what the fuck I have to say about her problems. Like, oh shit, I'm sick of looking at the floor. It's dirty. Clean it. Oh shit, my bad. No, but those are the things. Like, I don't do it. So when I have people around me and they will legit like just nitpick things and give me problems, I start to get pissed like very, very quickly. And I was like, stop doing that. And I don't know why that is, that I have zero tolerance for it. And I guess it's because it's not how my brain works anymore. But I wonder when that actually changed for me to where I became a solution oriented person instead of the because I felt like we're conditioned to do that when we grow up.
My change, because remember, I always say I'm not an aircraft mechanic. I
Yeah.
never tell anybody I'm a mechanic. I'm a fantastic problem solver. I got a fucking black belt in fucking problem solving.
Right.
That's what I always say. That's it's funny you say that. You know, because I think my change was you get paid with a direct reflection of the problem you solve.
100%.
That's it. Elon Musk wants to go to Mars. That's not out of this world. So he's going to have to fucking make out of this world money. Go figure. You know what I mean? And just so to each his own, you know? Here's the other thing that I realized also. We're extremely capable of beings of being pretty much anything, any of our versions. There is only that willpower, like you're saying, that willpower to get better, that willpower to do, to to always progress, you know, that never settlement. That's just being human. It's it's just once again, what's the best that you can do today? You see what I'm saying? Right? So what's waking up and saying, holy shit, you gotta be able to do it this way. I mean, here's the thing. I think the best person who said it, and it's the only thing that comes into my mind. For things to change, you must change. Right?
Yeah, 100%.
That was it. And if you come with a certain programming, you have to reprogram it. In order to reprogram it, I learned, and I was telling you, is just do something with my non-dominant side. I became extremely proficient. Oh my goodness! So I didn't tell you that one. I became extremely proficient with my left side. Like for example, playing soccer, I have pinpoint precision. It's pretty cool. It's funny. I can put that ball with my left side. With my right side is my power. I'm like, ah! I'm just picking it, fucking, it's gone. With my left side, I can fucking just Just put it right there in that corner. I can. It's pretty cool, you know. And that was because of all that, those things. So it's just things that I work on. What else? I don't think. I think I jumped a few, but you
Yeah.
know, that's pretty much it. The Jim Rohn things you change, you must change. In order to do that, it's to change your own wiring. To change your own wiring is to change the way how you come into this world. That's why you call it a wake up.
Yeah. I
You know.
remember when I had first got into personal development and I'd listened to it was like a buttload of Joel Osteen.
Mm,
And everybody, I don't know why they hate that dude so much, but they call him a prosperity preacher and all this other stuff, and they call him a scam artist, and I've even heard people call him a demon. And the crazy thing is that dude changed my mentality so drastically, and it was just and it was speech. Funny enough, though, we talk about the spells that people cast, and it was 28 I ams and stuff like that, like talking about what you are instead of like magnifying your problems, and and actually aiming your mind in the direction you want to go. And I remember that somebody was like, dude, it seems like you've been brainwashed. And I was like, well, I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that my brain needed washing, because I just had such a piss poor mentality growing up. And like, given, circumstances play a lot into it, but, your choices do as well. And so, like, I listened to so much of was Jim Rohn, was Joel Osteen, was Les Brown. I think I bought every freaking Brown audio recording I could get my hands on. The freaking Dale Carnegie, Napoleon Hill, and like this is just all I consumed for I want to say all of 2014 through 2015, and I don't think I really started listening to music again in a vehicle until this year. Yeah, 2025 is when I started listening to music again. You think about that for a minute.
I swear to God, as my witness, I noticed yesterday was the first day in I don't know how many fucking years that I actually enjoyed listening to the fucking radio
Hmm.
in the car.
Yeah, no, and I noticed that the stuff that I'm listening to is it's all about grind, the hustle. Like even the rap that I listen to is about achievement. That's freaking insane.
I erased from my playlist because I got a fucking Two Life Crew song came on my fucking radio, listen, and I was with my son, and I'm like, and he's like, oh fucking pussy dick, blah 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 blah, blah. And I'm like, no, and I erased it from my playlist, erased all that fucking, and I'm like, huh, that was yesterday, by the way.
No kidding. No kidding. Yeah, and I didn't. I'm like I'm so sensitive to the messaging now. It's like when I hear something, I'm just like, oh, like yeah, no, I'm not gonna listen to that. I don't want to plant those seeds of destruction in my life. It's really what it is. It's like, there was
Yeah.
you were talking about that human experience and growing, and I don't remember which one of those wonderful speakers that said, the human being is the only thing that doesn't grow to its full potential. You never will see a tree that doesn't grow as tall as it can, stretch its roots as deep as it can. It's always going to do as much as it can. Yeah, but then you have, little Billy that doesn't want to do shit but sit in his mom's basement and play video games and waste all that God given potential. Like you never see an elk that doesn't get as big as it can.
And that
Boars. Yeah, it doesn't
And
matter.
and and that is 100% because of the attention that is being drawn away from him. So the energy, right? The essence they're drawing, they're fucking just sucking him in to become a fucking just drain on just like they just keep feeding us. So all his in his mind is I have to go to work so I can come here and keep fucking playing my game and feeding this system and just keep going. Zero life. We're cells, we're batteries, dude. We're fucking here's the you want to come to the American dream? Yeah. Uh bend over and start paying.
Jesus.
You want to come across the border? Bend over, start paying.
That's
Oh,
oh,
but it's bad in my country, senor. Yes, I understand.
this is
Suck
why
it,
I
suck.
can't go live because
Yeah,
you're saying some off the wall fucking shit.
but that's okay. I'm brown.
Oh man. Oh man.
that's but that's okay because I'm brown.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and you never saw that, dude. There was a listen. There's a meme. There's a big fat guy going blah 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 blah, nigga this, nigga that, and then all of a sudden go, did you just say? He goes, no, man, it's okay, man. I'm brown. I'm Mexican. He goes,
That's
oh, okay. You know, I
that's
was like,
funny.
you never saw that one?
Nah. I know we have a mixed guy on one of the crews and he was just like, man, I had stuck something of it. Like he gave me something to look at and I put it in my pocket and walked away. He's like, man, you're a black ass. And I was like, and I was like, all right. And white dude looked at me. He's like, how come I can't say that? I was like, oh, you know why. You know why. And he was like, that's not fair. I was like, yeah, life is what it is, bro. Like, um, yeah, there's certain things that are afforded by the color of your
Yeah,
skin, and there's certain things that
it,
are taken away apparently. And the right to say
yeah,
certain words is I mean, you can say them, but you might not like what happens after, but it's
yeah.
cool. Yeah, make sure you sign that check before you put it out there because it's gonna hurt.
Wapoom, wapoom, wapoom.
um, we said we're gonna make this one short today. It's 6:55. I know you got to roll at 7.
I do,
So
I do. I gotta go get ready for my day. I gotta go. Get ready for Sebastian's arrival.
okay, all right,
Yeah, because we're gonna go work on that airplane today.
all right.
This
Well,
this little part time fucking uh between Saturday was all day two people. Today is gonna be all day two people. Saturday was half a day two people.
and that's local. It's not the one in Tampa.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
local. It could possibly roll over to tomorrow morning, one person, possibly. Depends how late I want to stay today. So
Gotcha.
probably finish it tonight.
Nice. All right. Well,
Uh,
thanks for
but
this
anyway,
morning. It's always a pleasure. It's funny because I did not want to get out of bed today, and I was just like, man, I was like, I can actually sleep in today. I'm tired enough to, and I'm gonna get up. Like, awesome. But no, this is good. So,
I'm blessed. Thank you so much.
no, I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
And
So,
everybody buy his shit.
yeah, go to disciplinovermotivation.com and buy my fucking shit. Make
And
badass
then
t-shirts, and it supports a phenomenal cause. You look at the mission page and buy his fucking book.
exactly. Oh, and then after you support the cause, buy my book.
And then I'll have my book out. I'm working on getting it out today. So it should be available. I'll have to reformat it. But yeah, I'm putting that one out there. I'm gonna make it cheap. So I'll holler at you next week.
I'll see you next week.